Page 64, Adagio in A major. 3 sharps, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, we got all that out of the way. 6/8 time, we're counting eighth notes. That means the 16th notes are getting half a beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and. So this ugly looking thing ain't so bad after all, because it's just 1 and 2 and 3 and nonsense. For instance, look at the left hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and that's all it is. The left hand is just kind of steady, real soft, always in the background. This is a slow piece. It says Adagio cantabile. Adagio is slow. Cantabile is a singing style. Good luck with that on piano. Do the best you can. Just think singing and all that. It's a beautiful piece though. But I suggest when you start this that you play this melody by itself so you get it ingrained in your head what this sounds like. So it's 1, 2, 3. Or if you want to play the left hand along with it so you can get the rhythm in there, that's fine. Just leave out all the other notes in the right hand. So it's here. You want to hear the melody. Third line. Melody is top of page 65. The melody, those other little notes, that's just extra. Etc. until you get down to the third line. Now those notes are part melody again. And then here, and then the other notes, these are extra. Etc. So the melody is, I mean, when you just think about the melody, don't let all this other stuff throw you off. And focus on the melody, bring out the melody. And the right hand, that can be a hassle, but if you can, play the melody louder than the other note. And we're fingering this in a way that we can finger the melody legato. I like this fingering very much. You have to have kind of a large hands, but the pedal will help you connect the notes. Try and connect the melody if you can. Third line down. You gotta hold that down while you play these other chords in the right hand. And then hold it down. It's tied. Last measure, the page 64, hold that A down all the way to the end. It's tied. Then at the top of page 65, again, it's the A is tied. Now you get down to the third line. Now it's kind of all melody here for a bit. And I recommend fingering the last 2 notes on the second line on page 65, those the BA. I recommend 3/2. So I can put a thumb on the quarter note, like so. And then for the third line down, first measure, I recommend a 4/5 on the first, on the eighth notes, and then a 3/5. You're not holding the A down. It's not tied anywhere. It's just, this is all melody here. It's the top note. And this is tricky. The melody, that's what we want. Just do the best you can with the other note. Now you're going to hold that down. These are extra notes. And the 2 bottom notes are top, yeah. And then the railroad tracks, the caesura or caesura, however you want to say it, it's just a pause. Total silence for just a beat or 2. And then you go on very gently, it says at the last there, morendo e ritardato, die away and slow down. Now you just kind of gotta die away and slow down. That's what it says to do. So when you put it all together, piano at the beginning is soft, that's the melody. Espressivo, well, that's where the cantabile thing comes in, very expressively, and you just experiment. You have to learn it first, but then you experiment here. Is that I want to bring out the melody a little more. This is medium loud, the third line, medium soft, and then soft, because it's not melody. The simile means the same dynamic. Just keep this dynamic going. And at the end of the page 64 there, you're going to go down decrescendo to a very soft. Remember the A's tied, you don't play it again. Very soft. Then up at the top of page 65, you can come back up to a soft. You don't have to stay very soft. They're just ending a phrase there at the bottom of page 64, and at 65 we're kind of going again. Now here we're going to crescendo up to sort of soft. And our crescendo, what we're going for is this G sharp. That's it. Bum, 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 and then you come off. I'm exaggerating it because I got loud. Don't get loud. It's just the idea. That's the feeling you're wanting here. Second line. Get loud. And then the third line, you're going to crescendo up to that, right, the fermata note. But you're not going to get too loud, just sort of loud. So you're starting out, I recommend you start out soft or very soft here at the beginning of the line. And then you die away. Now plan that crescendo out. On the third line, I recommend you bring it down a little bit and maybe start that at very soft so you got more room to grow there. So if it's very soft, then here I can be soft. And then in the second measure I can get sort of soft. Now I'm sort of loud. And then come back down to very, see the pianissimo? You're very soft for the last line. That's the melody. And the fingering in the right hand for the last two notes is 1-4, and for the dotted half note I recommend a 2-5 here. And then we add the pedal to this. Well, it's legato pedal through most of it, but I like to talk about it. This is legato pedal or overlapping pedal, whatever you want to call it. Delayed pedaling, smooth pedaling, it's got all kinds of names. I'm going to push the pedal down right after I play the notes. And then when I change the pedal, I'm going to play the notes first and then change the pedal. When I get to the end of the second line, it's the end of a phrase. I'm going to lift the pedal up with the right hand. The left hand's legato. The left hand doesn't come up, it stays playing. The right hand comes up and the pedal's going to come up with it, so I can hear the phrase. So the last measure of the second line is here. Going on. As I play the 16th note E in the right hand, I lift the pedal up. Again, I don't want to smear the 16th note. I don't want to smear these last two notes in each of these measures, so there's no pedal in that. So the last measure, or the last line on page 64. I'm going to lift the pedal up at the end of the page. Again, it's the end of a phrase. I'm going to lift it up with the right hand. The left hand stays down, it's legato throughout, but the right hand comes up, I'm going to lift the pedal up with it, and then I'll push the pedal down after I play the notes at the top of page 65. And here, on this part, like the first line of page 65 in this passage, I tend to lift the pedal up right after I play the dotted 8th note here, because I want to smear here and here. I don't want both of those notes, so I just lift it up. Again, when I play the dotted eighth note, I'm going to lift the pedal up. Then you lift the pedal up where they tell you to at the last, the second measure of the second line here. So those 16th notes are not pedaled, and then the pedal comes down. So to play the second line going on to the third line, it's here. Pedaling on the third line down, first measure, those 16th notes in the right hand, I'm not pedaling those because I don't want to smear them. Then the pedal and the hands come up at the same time for just silence for a beat or two, and then legato pedal the rest of it. At the end, I'm going to raise the keys up, keep the pedal down, and then gradually lift the pedal up so the sound just dies away. And once the sound is gone, then I can release the hands from the keyboard. It's kind of cool. So to give you sort of an idea of how it might go, just take it slow and easy. Just